XM41, the Boneyard with a Bladerunner. If Flybanger would have told the 7th Cavalry to cut their horses loose, Custer would have been so pissed, this would have been his last band. XM41, the Boneyard, Bladerunner Radio, ADD. I got a question. How come when a guy dates 50 girls, he's considered a stud, right? But why is it that when a girl dates like 4 or 5 guys, why is it that she never picks me to be one of those 4 or 5 guys?
Boneyard audio upload.
That part sucks.
Bladerunner
Radio
ADD.
XM41, the Boneyard with a Bladerunner. Now, I know the chainsaw clutch works off of 2 scientific principles, centrifugal force and friction. The chainsaw clutch is made of these main parts that are separate when the engine idles: the drive shaft, shoes, and spring, the drum, sprocket, and the chain. The drive shaft is connected to the shoes. The drum is connected to the chain by the sprocket. At 0 or low RPM, the engine shaft and shoes are turning together. The engine can turn apart from the drum and chain. The chain is not moving when the engine is idling. At high RPM, the engine shaft is connected to the drum and the chain. They turn together. How does this work? That's the part I'm not clear about. You might have to look it up.
The Boneyard.
XM41, the Boneyard, Bladerunner Radio, ADD. Check this out. We have got a bone fragment entitled Ballad Salad. And these are like the best makeout songs from the 80s. Remember when one band would cut a ballad and it went to number 1 and all the chicks dug it? Then every single band in America cut a ballad and then every single chick in America dug that. And it was all because of a simple little song known as a ballad. So whether you still occasionally want to make out to a ballad, unlike the 80s, put on a condom and join us for Ballad Salad here on the Boneyard Monday through Saturday at 11x.
The Boneyard.
XM41, the Boneyard, Bladerunner Radio, ADD. Now check this out. I compiled my list of the most amount of money that I would pay for the least painful death if I hired you to kill me. Okay, now even if you don't actually do the hit, but just order it. And keep in mind that the most cost efficient is also the most painful way to die, all right? I would pay $1,000 for a quick, painless surprise hit in crossfire triangulation from a lone assassin's Carcano ordered from Klein Sporting Goods out of the back of an American Rifleman magazine. I would also pay an additional $1,000 if the Warren Commission would cover it up. I would pay $800 to be bludgeoned to death by Macaulay Culkin. Now, not actually by him, but someone holding onto him and using him as a weapon. I'd pay $500 to be eaten by an exotic animal with a name that I couldn't pronounce while the crocodile hunter calls play-by-play. I'd pay $375 for the actual movie prop wood chipper from the movie Fargo to cut me up. I'd pay $250 in quarters to have me tumble-dried to death at the Monkey Shine Laundromat in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Are you writing these down? I would pay $83 to be flung out the window of a speeding 1979 Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am somewhere between Texarkana and Atlanta. I'd pay $67 for Jack Kevorkian to back over me with his van. $50 I would pay to have a disassembled, pre-packaged entertainment center fall off of the top Walmart shelf for one of those please ask for assistance shelves at Walmart. I'd pay $35 to be drugged down the street by a hot dog cart. I'd pay $14 to be hit by a lawn dart, an additional $1 million in legal fees for O.J. Simpson if he says he didn't do it. $5 to beat me to death with a Hungry Hungry Hippo playset. And I would pay 4 cents a minute to have Carrot Top and Terry Bradshaw annoy me to death. Wait a minute. They already do that for free.
Boneyard audio uplink.
How you like me now?
The Boneyard.
I'm the Bladerunner. Welcome to my segment entitled Ask Lemmy from Motorhead a question. Lemmy critics over the years have said a lot of different things about Motorhead.
You're right there, yeah, we noticed that.
Is there anything that you would like to say about some critics?
Yeah, 'em.
Yeah, you suck.
Who needs them, man? parasites.
Yeah, I gotta, you know.
Or
it's-
locks.
Want to be rock stars.
The day you start writing music or really pay attention to these people that criticize your work. I mean,
You're lost.
Of course it's not. I gotta tell you, it feels good when people appreciate what you've done, but you know, when they send some sport fella to do a
But what
write
I
up
don't
about
like is when you
Motorhead,
get a
know?
review, you know, the guy obviously hasn't listened to the album.
Yeah.
You know, he's listened to one track at the beginning of 2 tracks and that's it. And I caught one of them actually by the throat in England. One of the first reviews we ever got, and he reviewed the set we were doing like a year before. And we weren't doing them songs anymore.
Yeah, but one
And he
guy
reviewed it, you know. And
one guy in Germany said this sounds like just another Motorhead record.
Yeah, no.
I said, what planet are you from? Have you heard the whole album? Nah, I just got it. I listened to a couple tracks in the car and I go, so what the f you doing here
right,
then? You
I know.
Talking to me
How
about the
come you have
album?
an opinion, you motherfucker?
Blade Runner.
Radio.
ADD.
XM41 the Boneyard, Bladerunner Radio ADD. Now, we've got a couple of country channels. Actually, we've got a few country channels up here. XM10 featuring NRA and Country Dan. Then we also have Hank's Place at XM13. Not a lot of people know this about me, but I have actually gone in the studio and recorded a country song. It's a song called I Don't Got Nothing. And it goes like this.
I lost my house, I lost my wife, my dog ran away, now I ain't got no life. I lost the truck that I held dear, all I got left is this beer. I lost my friend, his name was Duane. I lost my mama, she got hit by a train. I lost my barn that held my steer. Yeah, all I got left is this beer. Hey, wait a minute, somebody drank my beer. Now I don't got nothing. Well, damn.
XM41 the Boneyard played some Scorpions for you. Them German bastards! I don't know if you saw this or not, but they said something on the news that the remaining portions of the Berlin Wall were going to be crushed and recycled and used to pave various streets in Germany, which I think is a very cool thing, as opposed to what they really started doing in the early stages of the whole deal with the Berlin Wall, where East Berliners that were killed at Checkpoint Charlie were actually ground up and recycled into cat food. So, you know, Germany is evolving.
Boneyard Audio Uplink.
Hitler would be proud.
Hold on to your pitchforks, everybody. It's time again for... Starring in alphabetical order, the Yahoo Recovering Alcoholic Jug Band.
Blade Runner Radio ADD.
Hey, calling for Blade Runner and the crew. It's Brad Savage in Minnesota, rocking out to the Boneyard again. Looking forward to Ballad Salad again, because it's such a great show. I relive my high school days with that every night, so that's pretty exciting.
The Boneyard.
XM41, the Boneyard, Bladerunner Radio, ADD. Check this out in Texas. This is a pretty cool deal. A couple of Kmart stores, 2 in El Paso and 1 in Las Cruces. They've got these self-checkout stands now, where you just go in, check yourself out, pay, and you're gone. It's that easy. And there's a Kmart at 4011 Alabama Street in north central El Paso. And they said that 46% of their business goes through self-checkouts. And in Las Cruces, the store at 3860 North Main Street, they said 40 to 50% of its business is now using the self-checkout registers. And the customers seem happier now due to the fact that the self-checkout machines are actually friendlier and smarter than traditional Kmart employees.
Blade Runner
Radio.
ADD.